I bend, I shattered, but somehow I'm still breathing. There's a battlefield inside my chest tonight. Every scar remembers how I lost the fight. I built my heart from pieces nobody could see. Now every crack is writing who I'm meant to be. I wore a smile like armor in the pouring rain, dancing with my shadows calling out my name. They thought my silence meant I disappeared, but broken voices still deserve to be heard. I counted every tear that stained the floor, thought I had nothing left to fight for anymore. Still the sunrise whispered through the dark. You only lose the battle when you lose your heart. If the matter won't move, I'll become the earthquake. If the door won't open, I'll become the key. I'm broken, but not defeated. I'm bleeding, still undefeated. You can knock me down 1,000 times, I'll build another pair of wings and fly. I'm shaken, but still believing. My heart still has a reason beating. Every scar became the proof that I survived the fire and walked straight through. I carried storms inside my lungs for years, learned how to breathe through oceans full of fear. The mirror didn't recognize my face, but hope still found me in the darkest place. Maybe strength was never standing tall, maybe strength was getting up after every fall. Maybe courage wears a trembling hand, still reaching for tomorrow when nobody understands. They wrote my ending long before I begun, but every chapter after proved them wrong. The ashes never asked permission to ignite, they simply became flames that own the night. I don't need perfect to become powerful, I don't need applause to become unstoppable. I'm broken, but not defeated, still standing, still believing. Every wound became another reason to keep chasing every changing season. The cracks don't hide my light, they let it shine much brighter tonight. Maybe somebody listening is holding tears they never show. Maybe somebody smiling feels completely alone. If that's you, stay. Your story isn't over, the page you're crying on today could become the chapter that saves someone else tomorrow. Look at these hands, they've held disappointment. Look at these eyes, they've buried impossible dreams. Look at this heart, still beating, not because life became easier, because quitting never became louder than hope. Every failure taught another lesson, every goodbye left another blessing. Every night that nearly stole my soul built I became the light the darkness couldn't bury. If your heart has ever felt too heavy, if you've ever believed you weren't enough, leave your story below. Because someone reading your words today might find the courage to keep going tomorrow. We're all carrying something. Maybe together we carry it a little far. I was talking to the silence like it knew my name, asking if tomorrow will look just the same. Every broken promise echoed through these walls. Still I found the strength to answer when hope calls. They never saw the nights I almost disappeared, smiling in the daylight while I drowned in fear. Every laugh I gave was stitched together tight, trying to hide the war I fought every night. I carried empty pockets full of shattered dreams. Nothing was as simple as it ever seemed. Every closed door taught me how to build my own. Every lonely road became a stepping stone. I stopped waiting for the world to understand. Sometimes healing starts with your own hands. The heart that almost gave up learned to sing, because broken roots can still become the spring. Funny how they're quiet now, they hear me speak. Pain became the language I was forced to learn, but every scar became another place to burn. I kept planting hope inside abandoned ground, believing flowers still could grow without a sound. Even when the winter stole my brightest days, faith kept whispering through the frozen haze. You can lose your way without losing your soul. Sometimes broken pieces make us stronger hold. Every mountain standing in front of my eyes only made me dream about a greater rise. If my heart can still believe after all it's known, then no one gets to tell me I'm alone. I'm not the person that I used to be. I'm stronger than the version pain tried to defeat. Showed a stranger every night, but underneath the cracks and tired skin, a quiet fire refused to let me give in. The tears I hid became a river deep, carrying the promises I'd always keep. I told myself, just breathe another day, and somehow that became the only way. Every heartbeat sounded like a drum of war. Still it kept reminding me what living's for. The strongest trees survive, because they learn to bend before they mend. If my voice can reach one soul tonight, then every battle somehow feels worthwhile. Maybe healing isn't finding who you are. Maybe healing is becoming something greater. I forgave the ones who never stayed, not because they earned it, because I needed freedom from the weight. Helps you find your life. Every goodbye carved another open space where hope would someday build a better place. The world kept moving while I stood in pain, wondering if sunshine knew my name. Then one small spark appeared inside the dark, reminding me that light begins with just one spark. Now I walk with every lesson on my skin, not ashamed of where I've ever been. The past can whisper, but it cannot decide who I'll become or how I'll rise. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I was never doesn't wear a crown. It gets back up after hitting the ground. It wipes the tears before the morning comes, then keeps believing even when it's numb. If you're hearing every word I sing, know your ending hasn't reached its ending. Broken doesn't mean your light has faded. It means your story still is being created. One day these tears will water someone else's hope. One day this pain will teach another soul to cope. Nothing we've survived is ever truly lost. Love keeps growing even after all the cost. So let the thunder shake the sky tonight. It only makes the sunrise burn more bright. Let every scar become a shining flame, a reminder that survival has a name. I am more than every wound I've worn, more than every night I've had to mourn. The world may see the pieces left behind, but heaven sees the masterpiece that's still being designed. And if you've ever felt defeated too, don't hide your story. The words you almost never shared could become the reason someone else chooses to stay alive. I carried houses full of silent pain, smiled outside while drowning in the rain. Nobody noticed how my colors changed, how every laugh became a mask for shame. I kept asking heaven, can you hear? The only answer was another year. Still somewhere underneath the endless gray, a tiny spark refused to fade away. Maybe I was never losing every fight. Maybe I was only learning how to rise. The girl who wouldn't quit, they buried all my dreams beneath their doubt. Thought the fear inside would wear me out, but every stone they threw became a stair, leading me somewhere they couldn't dare. I don't need revenge to prove I'm strong. Life will sing a louder victory song. The heart they tried so hard to break apart only found a stronger rhythm to until tomorrow climbs another hill. When I stopped running, I spent so long escaping who I was, trying to outrun every broken cause. But healing met me where I finally stood, turning every painful chapter into good. Now I wear my history with grace, not because it left no trace, because every scar became a light, guiding someone else's darkest night. Strength didn't arrive with thunder in the sky. It came the day I chose not to say goodbye. It came inside another shaky breath, refusing to looked into my eyes, saw a stranger learning how to fight. Not because the hurt had disappeared, because hope had finally conquered fear. I realized broken isn't where I end, it's where stronger versions always begin. Every shattered dream became the seed of someone I was always meant to be. If you're still stopped measuring my worth by yesterday, stopped believing every lie the pain would say. Now every step feels heavier with grace, because I know what it took to reach this place. The wind can howl, the waves can rise, but hope still lives behind these eyes. I may be scarred beyond what people see, yet nothing can erase the fight inside of me. I am the echo after silence breaks, the heart that never stopped, though it still aches, the flame that learned to dance inside the rain, the soul that found a purpose through the pain. So if the world says you've gone too far, remember who you truly are. The strongest hearts are rarely unscarred. They're the ones that kept beating long after everyone else thought they were defeated. It watched me lose myself 1,000 times. I whispered, maybe this is all I'll be. Then hope reached out and pulled the fear from me. I found a heartbeat underneath the pain, a quiet voice that kept calling my name. It didn't promise life would be easy, it only promised I could still believe. So I stood, even when my knees still shook. I walked, even when the road disappeared. Sometimes the bravest thing you'll ever do is refuse to quit. Is refuse to quit. Clouds covered every dream I'd ever known, making every crowded place feel all alone. But somewhere past the darkness and the fear, the sky still whispered, I've been waiting here. I stopped chasing people who let me go, stopped watering gardens that never grew. The love I searched for in 1,000 eyes was growing quietly inside my own. Now every sunrise feels a little warmer, every goodbye feels a little smaller, because I finally learned my worth was never theirs to decide. I looked into my tired eyes one night, searching for the girl who lost her light. Instead I found a warrior in disguise, holding galaxies behind her cries. No crown, no applause, no perfect ending, just courage still breathing. Maybe that's what miracles become, ordinary hearts refusing to come undone. I built myself again. Nobody handed me another chance, nobody rescued me from circumstance. Brick by brick, breath by breath, I built a home inside my chest. Now the storms can knock upon my door, they're not strangers, Today feels heavier than yesterday. Keep breathing anyway. Some victories don't arrive with fireworks, they arrive with another sunrise. You don't have to shine every single day. The moon survives by borrowing light. So if all you got is one tiny spark, protect it. Tomorrow may become the fire you've been praying for. The strongest hearts don't always roar. Sometimes they quietly endure. Sometimes they're sitting in the dark, choosing to stay one more night. That's courage, not perfection, not fame, not never falling. Just standing back up before the dust has settled. I am more. I am more. I am more. I am more than every door that closed, more than every dream that broke, more than every voice that said you'll never make it. I'm every lesson that refused to leave, every prayer that taught me to believe, every tear that watered stronger roots, growing underneath the broken truth. You can't bury hope forever, it always finds the light. I thought the flame inside had finally died, buried underneath the nights I cried. Then one small breath became another spark, lighting every corner of the dark. Now I don't fear the coming rain, it taught me flowers need the pain. Even thunderstorms eventually bow to a brighter sky. Somehow, if these words can reach one lonely soul, then every wound deserved a greater role. If one heart decides to keep on fighting, every tear I've cried was worth surviving. Pain may introduce itself first, but hope deserves the final verse. Don't let your hardest chapter convince you that your story isn't beautiful. I've fallen farther than you'll ever know, but every fall taught stronger roots to grow. I've watched my dreams disappear like smoke, yet somehow I still chose hope. I'm not standing here because life was fair, I'm standing here because I refuse despair. The world can call me broken if it wants, but broken things can still become the brightest light in someone else's darkness. And maybe that's the greatest victory of all.